Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, Houston, we've got a problem. Mama said there'd be days like this. 9560R. Remember in the last video, I showed you that wheel seal was starting to drip. There was a little bit of oil on the inside of that front left dual. Well, she let loose. She let loose where an extreme amount of oil dropping and we can't even run it, or something bad's gonna happen. Must have been a bearing went out up inside here. This is all a complete system for the hydraulic oil, so all the oil is tied together. She was just oozing out. Left a spot like that in multiple different areas around the farm, so we decided we had to stop it. So we would find ourselves in a little predicament. Got a lot of ground to work. Got our older tractor. That one's going to be running the disc in a packer. We need something for a 48-foot cultivator, our John Deere big cultivator. So we're looking around. We almost bought one. I'll show you the boys and I going up and looking at one once we get done doing our little adventure. Jack's going to take me up to Tri-County Equipment, Sandusky, Michigan, and we're going to rent a 9430. A little older model than this. A little less horse, but it should be able to handle that 48-foot cultivator. $150 an hour. We have no choice. We're going to try to put as few hours on it as possible, but still going to probably cost you a big chunk of change. So let's head up there, grab it. Let's go. Later, we're gonna pull up to the fueling station. That was a beautiful ride, wasn't it? A lot of Amish up there. Not a big farm, big acreage farm. From here to Sandusky, Amish are mainly in Brown City. Well, they got the other horse hooked up to the disc, fueling up. A lot of diesel. So guys, we didn't get a chance to really get a walk around on it. 9430, 4,600 hours. It's gonna cost us $150 an hour to run it. Hour and a half back. That was roughly $300 just to get it home. So it's not going to be a cheap endeavor. Very windy out here. Very dry. They had our other horse fueled up. That's full of fuel. They're going to run the disc over some of our ground, some of our rockier ground with a Cul-de-Packer. You can see she's shined up. This tractor wasn't running right either. We were pretty alarmed. We had the main mechanic down from John Deere, Nick, and he had the valve cover off. Ended up being a nut off one of the injectors. We put it back together. That guy's good. He's a professional mechanic. And fired it up. And he said, "This sounds pretty good to me." So we're happy to get that going. That was just this morning. Got this here fueling up. We're gonna hook to the big field cultivator, 48 foot. There's how much fuel she takes. We're here. We're going on up. So it's gonna be a minute, and we'll be ready to start tilling. This is gonna be working in front of the corn planter. So started a little rocky. Gonna cost us a little more money than anticipated. A little bit of bad luck this year. Not every year goes smoothly, but you know what? I'm just happy they had one to rent to us, and the one was available. Actually almost bought one a few days ago. I'll show you that. My brother Greg, Mark, we all loaded up in Dad's truck. Dad had my truck. He had to go get a set of duals we bought, my truck and dump trailer. We had up, a neighbor had one for sale, other side of Emily City, a 9530. All three of us got in it, revved it up, ran it, and I wasn't sure we wanted to pull the trigger yet and spend that amount of money. We still might be interested in that tractor, the 9530, upgrade this down the road, but we thought we don't know a whole lot about it. We better just rent this one and hope we have good luck with it. Yeah, it's going to cost us some coin, but it's going to be a lot cheaper than buying one. Then we get the axle seal fixed on the 9R, and we'll be back in business. That was our thinking. But yeah, all three of us went up there, went by McDonald's, went by Wendy's. Greg said, "I haven't eaten yet." It was 2:30. He'd been working since 5 a.m. I said, "We'll swing into Wendy's." Got him a junior bacon cheeseburger. He scuffed that down because we didn't want to go look at the tractor a little hangry. You know, we don't want to be hasty. I wanted the big boy to be I wanted him to be full and relaxed, so we didn't make any staunch decisions. So ended up passing on it, going up to Sandusky. Yeah, here's what the cab looks like. Buddy seat, pretty nice tractor. John Deere Active Seat it's called. But other than that, I'll be able to hook up my auto steer to this tractor. It's new enough. Other than that, we're gonna be good to go. The boys got our smaller Brilliant Cultipacker out to pull behind that disc. They're going to get the bigger 48 foot Cultipacker ready for the cultivator we hook up. I mean, look at this bag site. Look how dry and nice this is. Yeah, it's not cement, but it's not bad. I've got my shop built roller that used to be a Great Plains drill. I'll use that. I'll hook to the 7720 when we start drilling beans, and I'll roll over them. We started rolling our soybeans last year, and boy, it made a whale of a difference. Really flattened out the ground and pushed any stone down. It's like we got rain over yonder. They said rain was gonna move in. Was that good timing or what? Wow. Them lights on, might be able to hook this up. Well, now we can see. Yeah, I'm gonna need another guy to help me hook this. Very close. I think most of them lights do work. Yeah, quite a storm blew through. Well, sounds like it's circling back for another round. That's all right. She was a little dry. Guys, next day, hey, 9430 plugged right into our cultivator, hooked up to the big Cultipacker. After all that rain shower, I can tell you how dry it was. It dried right up. Next day, we're in the field. Mark's gonna get some fields ready, finish touches. I've got some other things I gotta do, and we should be ready to plant here in a day or so. Let's go. homemade gate. Do is while the cows are up eating, or while they're locked in to get milked, I'll put that sand in them free stalls. I've learned these cow stalls are so important for overall health, but just being comfort. It's like your bed. If you've got a junk bed, you're not gonna wake up and be as strong as you could be. Another good thing about that pasture field I should mention is really cuts down on some of the sand. At night, a lot of them are sleeping out there because it's cool. So less sand and less manure, a lot less manure. So guys, we're in the way back corner of the farm, way back 80 southwest of the farm. We had the county, they dug the drains, you know, and you see me ripping them. Well, I ripped this. They dug from clear over Brown City Road all the way down and around, and they stopped up there. Well, they're gonna come in and dig some more. That's why I'm waiting to chisel plow this. But I did rip this edge. I got the rock bucket on there. I got some bigger boulders I want to get. Well, I did that. I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone. We're putting a drive in here, or at least we're gonna try. There's one up there that collapsed, very, very old. So we're gonna try to find a spot while he continues to dig down here later, hopefully next week. Because it's holding a bunch of water. I'll show you on our way out. These four corners of these fields down there where it goes down in the muck, it's completely saturated. That's getting blocked. So hopefully they get in here, and then we got this big old cross tube. You don't want to buy that. We're gonna set that in, so eventually, this is hay right now, but eventually if these are the same crop, or if he's chopping here and he gets to the edge and he has to go around and make a turn in the other field with a full wagon or something like that, be a good way to be able to connect these fields, because the only other way to get to them is way up there. You know, this is a big county drain, so we're gonna try to get a driveway in. But in the meantime, let's pick some of these rocks up that got dug out of the drain last fall. I saw a couple rocks on this bank. That guy, you know, when they dig these drains, they come in here after the fact with a dozer and they push the little pile. These two got about knocked back in. I was gonna dump them other two. There's only two, so there's only gonna be 4 rocks. I was not too bad really, but Not too sure where to put them. We used to have rock piles, and we've learned not to really do that anymore because there is a hedgerow there between this field and my old wrestling coach that we farm. They don't really want you taking out hedgerows anymore, but just in case if it ever does come out, you're just gonna have to move them again. So I'm gonna reload all these up. Plus I saw this one. I like rocks. I think I'll probably take that home, and I want to get it out of there, but so I'll probably load these up and we'll take them to my house. Yeah, here's the bottom 4 corners I was telling you about. We were just up that way, and there's a big pile of muck that got washed. This back corner here is where I first chisel plowed. I didn't get in there. I almost got stuck. About an acre and a half probably. That's still too wet. It's tile, but the tiles are under all that water, so the water's still in there. So they're gonna come down and clean this drain all the way down. We need them to do it sooner than later because this is gonna be planted. Even this corner field, look at it's not draining. It's all wet right in there. Real low. You know, the ditch and the bottoms of these fields they're close, but there is fall. So he's gonna come and dig. And he's gonna head right on out to Bowers Road there, and then we're gonna be good. And then from once it's done, we're just gonna watch it. You know, we'll dip it if we have to, but you can tell it's just sitting there. It's just stagnant, saturated, and that's just no good. Just put them underneath that oak tree until I figure out what to do with them. But check this one out. I just brought this one home. I just recently found this. This has got, you can't tell right now, but it's got gold specks all in it. But I don't think it's gold. There's a name for it, but look how symmetrical this is for the most part. I think I'm gonna put it right in my front yard. And I might put my address on it. But yeah, this is, when I saw this tabletop, man, I was all over it. I got it home here immediately. Whoever finds rocks first and takes them in possession gets them. And I've gotten a lot of them. I mean, this isn't too bad, but there's some bigger boulders here. They all come off the farm over the years. Whole bunch of them. This got a bunch of rust in it. There's a bunch of iron ore up here in Michigan, especially in the UP. So who knows how they drifted down yonder.